Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's been a few weeks since the last episode, but I've finally gotten around to editing and putting out this footage. It is, of course, the final push for the kitchen renovation. The thing that's missing is the backsplash, and we beat ourselves up for a while after loving how the kitchen had turned out so far and being worried that we would make the wrong decision on the backsplash and it would destroy everything. Mike had previously floated the wall, which wasn't quite flat enough for tile. After some sanding, I apply the same old trusty primer that is also underneath the ceiling and wall paint. Mike's back and starts with the most difficult part, the pattern that we've decided to put in above the stovetop. There will be a total of 9 tiles in a 3x3 pattern. None of the tiles have the same design, and it actually took us quite some trial and error to figure out which tiles we would want to have next to each other so that the designs wouldn't clash. I have humble beginnings as a tile guy and start by cleaning the tools. We bought the little saw specifically for this project, and so far it seems to do a good enough job for what we're trying to do with it. And eventually, I move on to also tiling myself. Once the adhesive has had a chance to set up, I apply caulking to get the tile ready for grout. I start, as one does, by watching a YouTube video, and then make the same mistake that I always make. Start in the most prominent place front and center instead of in some corner to get my feet wet. But overall, the caulking turns out clean and I'm happy with it. A couple of days later, Mike is back to do the grouting. And so finally, from the kitchen fire that started this entire process back in August of 23, and after months and months of hard work and a temporary kitchen setup in the living room, here is the end result. temperature's rising, we decide to finally set up this little 10-foot diameter inflatable pool which we have, and we decide it's going to go in the spot right next to the deck. So first, I gotta make some space. I transfer the chives, which were the only desired plant in this planter, to a pot and move it into the garden. Once all of the soil is removed and the planter is considerably lighter, it's actually surprisingly easy to move it with the front loader of the tractor. And after a quick run with the lawnmower, the area is more or less ready to be prepped. We roughly mark out the diameter of the pool with spray paint on the ground and then proceed to level the site with soil and sand. The sandbags I bought should be enough for a 2-inch layer in a diameter of 11 feet. After the site is raked more or less level, we use makeshift tampers out of sledgehammers and plywood connected with zip ties in order to compact the sand. We're aiming for a level site with a slight low spot in the center. Once we're happy with the screeding and the flatness of the overall site, we add as a last precaution a layer of cardboard to make sure there are no stones or anything sharp that could be damaging the pool from the underside. And then it's time to fill. On one of the next episodes, I'm sure we'll have some shots of the final product. We can definitely notice how tired we are now that the kitchen project is finally done. That's also one of the reasons why it's taken me so long to edit and publish this episode. So now, for a few weeks, we focus on family activities and using our weekends, going outside and exploring. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.